You're signing in. Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Minister Elise Gamble. Sylvia asks, I will be there for the. Sylvia, um, I'm so glad that you mentioned this. The service has been moved up from 5:30 to 5 p.m. So, Sylvia, please forgive us. Please forgive me for not announcing it. I'm gonna send out a text blast. But please uh, be informed that the service is not at 5:30. It is at 5 p.m. And we're encouraging people to be seated as early as 4:30, 4:45, because we will begin promptly at 5 p.m. We're combining this service of consecration and dedication and commitment and rededication. There's some who are being licensed as ministers, others who are being ordained, others who are being affirmed. We've got several candidates, and it can be that particular ceremonial aspect of it. Uh, we're taking into consideration its duration, but immediately upon its conclusion, we're shifting right into the prophetic charge. That's right. So, Sylvia, please again forgive me. And the service is at 5 p.m. All right. The blessing is in the press, Nicole. The blessing is in the press. And Elder Passmore, blessings. Thank you. I have lost some weight. I'm not keeping. I'm not observing it by the. What's the thing you step on? What do you call it? You step on it. What is that? Um, but I can tell because this T-shirt that I have on, this T-shirt that I have on, uh, is looser. The skip. Thank you. Hey there. This is my people's on. Yep. The scale. Thank you, y'all. Bring free. Pauline, there's one of my supporters and partners who's going to help me launch the church in Antigua. Pauline, if I haven't said so, I certainly appreciate you. I love you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in October. I will be in Antigua, the Lord's willing, and if there are no pandemic restrictions, I am in Antigua. I will be spending a week or so with you guys, and we're going to break bread and fellowship. We're going to organize them, and I'm going to minister to y'all during my stay in October. All right, thank y'all. All right, so Pauline, thank you for being so faithful to the lives and so on. All right, yeah. So, but yeah, oh yeah, y'all. Thank you, Katie Ann. Thank you, Key, Sylvia, Elder King. Grace and peace, man of God. All right, yep. Good man. What a birthday companion. We share the same birthday, and we share the same home church and pastor. And so there you have it. So all right. Who else is this? All right. I try to always acknowledge people as they come through. All right. Okay. All right. So hey, let's get to this conversation. I'm late today. I apologize. I'm indoors. I'm in my home. I've been working all week long from the house, and been starting my day very early, getting in 6 to 10 miles of bike riding, and I've been doing well, Elder Passmore. I've been doing well, um, but Saturday, upon completion of 10 miles, right around the corner from my home, because I leave from my house and I ride a mile and a half to the park, and then I do either 6 laps or 10 laps, a half mile trail, and the 6 laps is 3 miles. It's 3 miles. Yeah, if I do 6 laps around the trail, that's 3 miles. If I do 10, that's 5 miles. Then I ride back home for another mile and a half. And so if I've done 6 miles, that's 7.5. 8, 9 miles. And then I'll add some more to it. I usually get in 10 miles. Prophet, I'm holding you. Did you, Prophet, our supporters and our members of the Life Chapel of Antigua is placing a demand upon our apostolic and prophetic visit. And so, as I have mentioned to you, I deem it so. We're going, providing there is no pandemic restrictions that will limit our going. We're going to spend a week in Antigua. And this is, I'm affirming this young lady here, she and her husband, Cameron, they're being affirmed as elders. She's being affirmed as a prophet, but they're also going to serve as my international coordinators. And so they're going to be responsible for assisting me with the outreach in the Caribbeans and the West Indies. So congratulations, Prophet Abigail, and thank you for your constant support. But we're starting with the continuation of our plans and vision for Antigua. And so some of you need to come and go with us. Yeah. Help with the grunt work, the leg work. But we're going to spend some time breaking bread, some fellowship, and we're going to have a conclave. We're going to have a conclave with our partners. We're going to have a conclave with our partners. And so I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to y'all joining me this coming Sunday. Yeah. Well, hey, nothing to do but to do it. Nicole? They just started the restrictions again. Quarantine starts 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. So now we need to have to pray and pray. Yeah. Well, it's time. It's time. Yeah. Catherine, blessings to you. God bless you for coming in. All right. So listen, I've been sharing with you the word of God. And I believe this message has been tremendous as we've been looking again at miracles. And I believe that we're getting ready to see more and more and more of the miraculous power of God as God is going to be directing the hearts of people to himself for the ultimate gift he provides for humanity, and it is eternal salvation. That's ultimately what God has for every man. Oh, I pray that this doesn't look so ragged. I got keys for days up here. Y'all, you know, I've got better spots in the house, but I've got this house so tore up. I jumped on, as I said early on, I've jumped on, and you know, this is a very informal setting. So this isn't pre-recorded. This is a conversation. And during the conversation, I share with you the word of God. But thank you, Nyoka. Yeah, so I'm sitting in the most convenient spot where it is without. And those who follow me, Nyoka, like yourself, and others who follow me at 9 o'clock on YouTube, not YouTube, Instagram. Elder King, you're one of those who follow me, and I encourage others Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and Saturday. Join me on Instagram at Rev Andre Cook, and it's right at 9 a.m. on those mornings. Right here, I start with my supplement, so I keep this spot is always clean. This is the kitchen, and you know, my mother taught us as children, and as children, as we were growing up, you keep your kitchen and your living room clean. And so right here, this white counter is always clean. It's always clean. And I clean as I go. Thank you, Nyoka. Man, I appreciate that. You and Elder Passmore, I'm treating y'all a lunch today. Elder Passmore, Debbie, Debbie, I can tell by your mannerisms and your style, you have old style parent. you could tell that there's a people, and so lunch is on me today, Nyoka and Elder Passmore. All right, so each of you are to send me a request of $25, a Cash App request. Yeah, and a cost the bathroom. If not the bag, oh, Rochelle, get off my live. We ain't even go there. You're gonna take me somewhere I don't even want to go today. Because people ought to know better about keeping a nasty bathroom. That's disgusting. We won't even talk about that. But the kitchen, and right off my this is my entrance, right? Right here, boom, right into my open living concept, my space, boom, you know. Oh, you're welcome. Y'all, you bless me. You have observed that I'm losing weight. And once again, Naoka has complimented me into a seed. I'm gonna seed into her life today. And yeah, but yeah, gotta keep those things clean. But yeah, Debbie, I could just look at you. You're old school. You're young and well kept, and all of that other stuff. But you can look at people and say, oh, they got what you have is what we call good home training. Good home training. That's what you have. You have good home training. Yeah, Debbie, old school. Yeah. Hey, if you old school, put old school in a heart in the comments. Let me say, man, old school. You're from the old school. And you have an appreciation. You have an appreciation for the old school. Yeah, I got a bag up here that's wearing me out, y'all. You're supposed to see this bag. It's more supplements. It's more supplements. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna teach in just a moment, but y'all got me going in now. You got yeah. Let's see. Okay, my parents definitely are old school. Okay. Nyoka, she comes from good. Yeah. It's obvious. Good home training, absolutely. Don't lose too much bones or fedora. Old school. All right. Old school. All right. Oh, there's an appreciation for the old school too. Elder Passmore, old school. Minister Walker, of course, Minister Walker. I see it all on you. Old school. You even carry yourself like an OG. You and Priestley, you're my boys. You're my boys. Hey, Nyoka, what you think? Priestley and Minister Walker, OGs. Apostle Martha Melvin says old school. I got something started here. Yeah, what you say, Alamon? Oh my God! Of course, Gloria. I can see it on you as well. Yeah, Sister Rose. All right. Good afternoon, Walter. Thank you for coming through. Walter, is that Walter Newberg used to play for me as well. Rochelle, old school. Marilyn, old school. Michelle, old school. Fred, you too young. What you talking about old school? Fred. Now listen, Fred, put your foundation in the link. And it's not too late. I want every one of you, when you get off to the line today. Now, of course, you're going to help me, but you're going to help me help Fred on today. Fred, I want you to put the foundation and put the link in the comments. I have partnered with this young man, and I want you to partner with me. He has a great foundation. He oversees a great foundation named after his mother, in which he helps purchase books and school supplies for kids. And so he's going to put it in, and I want you to help me. Let me see, can I bring it?
Sarah Marie McFadden Foundation.
Hold on.
Today, I'm happy to announce that for the fourth year, we'll be giving away book scholarships.
Wait. Let me get it. All right. Listen, we're gonna just keep this flow. I'm prepared to teach it. I got my Bible in front of me, but I was it's unexpected that Fred is on today. I didn't know he was on and viewing, but I told him privately and publicly that I'm partnering with him, and we're going to do this on a much larger scale next year. But with all that's been going on in the pandemic, he has still put forth an effort, and we've helped him raise some money. I want to help him raise some more money. So since he's viewing and since it's on my mind, I want y'all today, when I am done, I want all of you to go to his foundation, and I want you to donate. I want you to donate. Then next year, we're going to probably start raising money in January. My goal, Andre Cook Ministries and partners, we're going to raise at least $5,000. My bottom number is 5,000. We're going to 5,000. So I'm trying to bring up his video. And
greetings. My name is Frederick Hampton, president of the Sarah Marie McFadden Foundation. Today, I'm happy to announce that for the 4th year, we'll be giving away our book scholarships. Each year, the Sarah Marie McFadden Foundation has pledged to support those who are in pursuit of a 4-year college degree, who has made a commitment and to improve the lives of others, who has an uplifted spirit and a positive attitude. I'd like to take this opportunity today to thank everyone who donated this year. It's because of your sacrifice we were able to make our goal. A special thanks to Reverend Andre Cook and the Life Chapel family. It's because of your sizable donations. Words cannot express my gratitude. Please stay connected with us on our website, SarahMarieFoundation.com, and our Instagram, Sarah M. Foundation. As we prepare for our 5th year anniversary, we have a lot of exciting things on the horizon, and we hope that you take this journey with us. Thank you.
donate today. And Fred, I want you to send that to me so I can post it on my page. I want to put that on my pages. Little did I know that it was year 5. So listen, 5,000 for year number 5. That's what our goal is. January to June of 2022. I've already made a personal commitment of 1,000. I've already made a commitment of 1,000 from the ministry, so that's 2,000. So the Life Chapel is going to sow from its operating funds 1,000, from my personal savings 1,000, then from the ACM Partnership Kingdom Life Fellowship of Churches. My goal is an additional 5,000 for a total of 7,000. And then in year 2023, I believe the minimum we'll be able to do will be 10,000 or more. Now, I am partnering with Fred. I'm partnering with Fred, myself and our youth department, young people's department. We're going to partner with him and see to it that we're part of that effort that is underwriting and assisting those who are pursuing their undergraduate degrees and graduate degrees. So would you do that for me? Fred, I got nothing but love for you. And I think that what you're doing and who you are is honorable. So you have my support. And on this coming Sunday, I'll be raising a special offering towards the effort of Prophet Abigail James, who has been putting forth school supplies for 100 students, 100 children in Antigua. So we who are gathered on the 5th Sunday, I want you to bring an additional offering, minimum $20 if you can. Let's contribute to the 100 students that Elder Abigail James is Prophet of God and her organization, what they're doing for 100 children on the island of Antigua. All right. So there you have it. All right. And all right. So there you have it. Let me see who's talking here. I went widescreen so you could see everything. All right. So listen. Okay, old school, old school. We were still talking old school. Fred said he was old. That's what jump started old school. Young man, I believe it. Yeah. All right. Pauline said old school in caps. All right. They're seasoned. I could call him Minister Walker and Elder Priestley seasoned. Yeah. Glad to hear so, Walter. It would be good to see you. Old school. Catherine says she's old school. Yep, there you have it. www. Sarah Marie Foundation. This foundation is named after his late mother, and it's obvious that she poured into him, and we're continuing the partnership. Certainly. And you know, son, I hadn't watched the entire video. I just clicked on it earlier when you sent it to me, but I didn't realize that you even recognized this. I'm not doing it for recognition. I'm doing it because it's a worthy effort. And everything doesn't have to be in the name of the church. The church can partner with organizations that are doing the work of benevolence. Apostle Martha Melvin, I thought you were just from Bridgeport area. All right. So, yeah. So you certainly are welcome. And y'all, please don't make me beg. I want him to give me a report at the end of the day and say that, Pastor, they supported. Thank you, Elder. And I'm still treating you to lunch. You know, me too. See, I've been accused of not being charitable and benevolent, but I have chosen for years to avoid the photo ops when being benevolent. So there are many persons who are even viewing here that can attest. The many people, you know, even my home for many years provided housing for non-biological children. I have purchased automobiles even before it was trending. I was buying automobiles for members of the church and people in need. And if I wasn't buying them directly, those that I had and had paid off, I was giving away. It's just me personally. I think that our love should be felt more than it should be seen. And what I mean by that is, of course, you can see what I've done for you, but I don't want to take the light off of your need and put the light on me as if I'm the savior. So I'm partnering with Fred. I'm one of his partners. And so, you know, so I do benevolent work and community work and various things. I'm from where I'm sitting here, my vantage point now, I'm looking straight across at the sofa table that's leaned up against my main window. And there are plaques, glass, acrylic, various plaques from various churches and communities, organizations for the work that I've been known to do. So, you're welcome. I'm working with you, Fred, on this. This has touched my heart, and I believe it's an assignment. All right. And so, and right there, you know, we're going to be a blessing to Prophet James. What's the name of your organization again? Say, I pastor gifted people. And it has been said only a spiritual father can handle gifted spiritual sons and daughters. And I believe it takes a gifted leader to lead and partner with gifted leaders. And so that's what I'm just called to do. So Fred's that guy. I like what Fred is doing. I don't like what Fred is doing. I actually love what Fred is doing. And so, so don't believe the hype. Prophet Cook doesn't, you know, See, social media, well, I should say this, what I allow to be seen oftentimes is the churchmen or the prophetic flow, that particular. But there's much more to this ministry than what you've seen, and in this day where people use their personal devices to only highlight the praise break. I think that the Life Chapel has been a tremendous place of teaching when it comes to the Word of God, a place that has been profound in prayer and contributing to the transformation of lives, and certainly feeding the gifts that lie beneath. And so, yeah. Hey, Raven, where you be, Car 54? Miss you. This region hasn't been the same since you left us. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, yeah. So thank you, Nyoka, who's committing. Yeah. The story to you about how past has been about. Oh, shh, Nyoka. I appreciate it. Yeah. Nyoka, let me just put this out there since you mentioned that. You have been and you remain one of the how can I put this? I see you. We see you. And you are doing a tremendous job parenting as a single mother, one of the most pleasant and well articulate and well disciplined children, daughter. Your daughter, Eden, is the beloved child of our church. Everybody just loves Eden. And so, it makes easy to contribute to your effort because I can see your effort when I see Eden. And so, yeah. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah. Me for one, you sold it to me. Oh, Martha, excuse me, but for dropping the handle for just a moment. And we've been very close. Apostle Melvin, I actually forgot about that. Yeah, see, I look for organizations like that to sow, and I was thoroughly impressed with the home that you were providing for these women and the impact that your pastoral ministry was having on their lives. That's why you could call me at any point in time, and I would come and put forth the greatest effort I could to be a blessing to you, because while everybody was looking to make others were using the pulpit to make others dance, Apostle Melvin, you had a serious operation going on. Serious. And listen, this is not what somebody told me. It's what I was a part of. I saw it with my own eyes. So I celebrate you, Apostle Melvin. I celebrate you. Thank you. Thank you. See, we often are in fellowshipping where people have no idea what their background is, not only their background, their present struggle, and with that struggle, the blessing they're still being. They're being a blessing. Yeah. So, Kiki, bless you. Hey that's my one of my goddaughters. Hey, I didn't, all y'all with y'all aliases. Only Kiki. All right. Kiki. All right. That's one of my goddaughters. All right. Yeah. So, it is what it is, so don't, and let me just say this, because all type of information gets back to you when when you're a public figure, and then what people do not see, people assume that it's not part of what you do. But I have made a practice, and I encourage the ministry members and partners to be the same. Jesus said, what is done in secret will be rewarded openly. Um, so even when I solicit the help of the congregation and my supporters, I often do it in a discreet way or on site at that moment. You know, nothing was more discouraging and hurtful doing the well, you know, during this pandemic than to have been criticized by a preacher, young preacher. He's young, so it's a mistake that he would make because sometimes it's easy to talk out of turn when you are given the mic off the cuff. You know, you're not really prepared to speak. So while you're standing there, you're trying to find something to say, something of significance. But to be in a public forum and to have something adverse to say or to have my name in your mouth other than as a compliment after when first time meeting you, you and your wife walked up to me in a charge service. I don't know you from Adam, other than I don't know you. But I know God said when your wife put the last, your according to him, his wife put in my hand as a seed $30. And she looked at me, and I believe she was pregnant at the time. And she said, "This is all we have." I stopped the service right there. And the Lord said to be a blessing. I went into my pocket. I had $1,000. I gave him 1,000. By the time we were done, in that moment, we raised them over $3,000. And this was a stranger. See, sometimes when people have been a blessing to you, let me say this to you. Don't let other people's problems with them become a problem with you for them. You got to do like that young man. That young man, when inquired about Jesus, he said, "All I know about him is that I once was blind, but now I see." In other words, y'all have issues with him, as says the Sanhedrin, the Pharisees, and Sadducees, and y'all got issues with him. I don't have an issue with him because when I couldn't see him, he gave me sight. So maybe that we should end on that note, you know, and you know, people have fallouts and issues, you know, but I'm just suggesting to you, if a person has been good to you, sometimes you have to even encourage the people who are close to you that's falling out with them to see things differently. Say, it ain't Prophet Cook ain't bothering nobody. He don't hurt nobody. If he's hurting anybody, he's hurting himself by overextending himself. Only time I've ever been hurt is when I've is when the hurt has been a result of having overextended myself to someone who is now hurting me. Because oftentimes I've had people say to me, "Listen, Pastor, don't do this for them. Don't do that. They doing this to you." And I say to them, as a pastor, my gift of patience is different than yours. And right now, the issue is not what they have said about me. The issue is about solving a problem. Sometimes you have to even solve a wannabe enemy's problem. Because see, sometimes people aren't your enemy. They want to be your enemy for various reasons, but they're not your enemy. They're trying to make you their enemy, but they're not your enemy. So sometimes we've got to be very careful allowing ourselves to be drawn into conflicts that have nothing to do with us, but simply because, as I've always said, and you see, oftentimes in the church or church body, where you see cliques, what you really are looking at is alliances, where people are trying to get you to join their group or their clique because somebody in that clique is going to go to war with somebody else in another clique. So what they're doing is they're creating alliances. Shouldn't be, shouldn't be, shouldn't be, shouldn't be, shouldn't be, shouldn't be. But I've lived long enough, and I've been a pastor, and I've been itinerant, evangelistic, and prophetic gift for now almost 40 years. And I know what I'm saying to you is the truth. Hey, listen, y'all, go ahead and do what? Mother device was, yeah. So I've seen it. I've seen it. And I ain't telling you anything I don't know. You know, people used to try to all the time get me to rise up against my pastor, the late Bishop William Albert Watson Jr. People right there in the church that he pastored. They would try to get me to go, oh, no, 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 no. Reverend Watson has been nothing but good to me. He properly licensed me, ordained me. Then he and the Eastern Baptist Association, the late Reverend Joe Howell, Reverend Millette, and others properly ordained me and installed me as a pastor of a non-Baptist church, and have maintained my credentials throughout the years. And then when I became displaced and homeless, he moved me into his home. And oftentimes I felt as if I was impeding his space, or, and I'd try to move out, and he'd say, where you going? He said, you're not leaving here until you have enough money to buy yourself a house. You're going to stay right here in this room in XYZ, and you're not going nowhere. And about 8 years later, when I finally left there, I was buying my parents' home after my father's death from his estate. 5-bedroom, high ranch home on over an acre of land. So I went from rooming in a house at $75 a week to home ownership because my pastor wanted that for me. And then all the other business astuteness that I acquired, I learned a lot of that from him. As much of what some of my sons say they learned from me, I'm only transferred and shared with them what was taught to me. And whatever, and Reverend had issues like every person has issues, but they were not enough issues for me to join the disloyal and the betrayers. Because my personal relationship with him, even if I saw something that was negative, I've ascribed to the sons like Noah, who would cover rather participating in uncovering leadership. So the real, I'm talking about this only because, as you know, so many of you have responded and replied and so forth. And even today, as much as this is the day that it's the last day before the first, and I always ask you, my goal is $2,000 within a week's time, from the fourth Sunday to the first day of the month. And we're, about halfway there. If you can't do both, I want you to do one. I want you to go to Fred's website, and I want you to join our effort in helping him help others who are on their way to school. www.sarahmariefoundation.com. You go there. It's all legit. It's all legit. Listen, I already checked it out. It's legit. He's legit. That's where I want you to put your money this weekend. I want you to put your money there. That's what I want you to do. Help me help him. I've done what I could, but and thank you, Elder Passmore. So this led me to talk about I know what people say. I've heard it, and then there are those who have the audacity to say things like that. You need to see my financial records of charitable giving and donations. Just because you know, I don't believe Jesus fed the 5,000 for the sake of being praised or being seen. I just don't believe it. I just, he did it because there was a need, there was a necessity. He just, I'm gonna be, sometimes you look at it, you can tell when people are walking around with the cameraman and the videographer, and that they're walking throughout the situation, and it's all about the photo op, really being seen, really making people think. And let me tell you something. You might not like this, but this has come up in a number of my leadership meetings. When they say, let's give out turkeys, let's give out dinners, let's do this, this is where I disagree with them, because it'll grow the church. I said I disagree, so we're not going to do it. Certainly, we should put forth an effort in meeting the needs of the hungry, but meeting the need of the hungry shouldn't be and manipulation. I'm going to feed you so you can join the church. No, I'm going to feed you so Christ can have your attention to save your soul. And sometimes I'm going to feed you not because I'm trying to win you to Jesus. I'm feeding you because you're hungry. But I'll never feed you so that I can be praised. Because let me tell you, I don't know about how others feel. I don't think everyone who's in an unfortunate situation and circumstance wants a camera forced into that personal humiliating space. If y'all walked in here right now because you knew that I was hungry and I was starving, and y'all decide y'all want to put together some groceries, and you're going to walk up in here, then thank you for the bags of groceries. But if you came up in here with a bag of groceries and Fred walking behind you with the camera rolling and so forth, Fred is going to have something to record, because I'm going to grab your groceries and I'm going to throw your groceries down the hallway, because you didn't come here to feed me. You came here to profile, to use my unfortunate situation to make yourself look big. And I don't need that. I like my situations helped in this. Listen, Reb Watson taught me something. Y'all see me reaching in my refrigerator? Always keep a pack of hot dogs in your refrigerator. If you don't keep nothing else, keep a pack of hot dogs in your refrigeration. I mean what I say, Elder King. I mean that. If somebody's that's why I tell my members and my leaders that at their times that don't try to surprise me. I don't like surprises. You got to be very. I'd rather you ask me what I need, and I'll tell you what I need, or ask me what I want. But don't do that surprise thing. Even at church or when they want to celebrate my birthday or whatever, stuff like that. I'm going to run a few per pastors. I don't do anniversaries and all that stuff. Just celebrate with me my birthday. And that's more personal than it is ministry. I am the only boy. My mother had 5 biological girls, and then she raised a goddaughter. So she raised 6 daughters. I am in the middle of the 2 sets of twins. And for many of those years of development in my youth, them twins, the identical ones that were the older set, and then the fraternal is beneath me. And I love my sisters, don't get me wrong, but Now they say I'm spoiled. Yeah. But I didn't know that then. But what I did know is how they're getting all of the attention made me feel. I felt like, boom. And I don't recall, I don't recall ever having the type of attention and birthday parties that they got. So when I got older, the one thing that I own is my own birthday. So you celebrating with Andre, the man who has a mantle and a mandate. So when my birthday rolls around, that's why they be trying to throw me the traditional birthday banquets. I don't want no traditional birthday banquet, and I don't want no preaching and all that stuff. Listen, this ain't Sunday morning. It's a party. Come on here. My birthday party, because it wasn't no banquet. It was held at a banquet facility, but it was a birthday party. Yeah, my double nickels. Fella got it in. And I'm glad I did, because that was pre-pandemic. Who knew that we would see what we saw? Mhm. That my 56 would be a near death. My year 56, I would have a near death experience, and then my 57th year, some of the very people who wanted to throw me the biggest bashes wouldn't be with me and be a part of the issues that I was facing. You got to take all that into consideration. So that's why I throw myself birthday parties. So I say, and then I tell my family members, I tell my partners and friends and members what I want. I want you to, if I'm throwing a party, I want you to come at your own expense. So the ticket amount is really access, and you're paying for your own meal. Listen, I have an issue with some of these wedding receptions. I don't understand why people go broke trying to have these wedding receptions, and then people show up to your wedding reception and don't even give you a card with money in it, at least that covers the cost of the meal. If you invite me to your wedding reception, I'm going to ask you, well, how much is the plate? How much is the plate? That's what you laughing at. You laughing, Tisha. Hey there, girl, how you? Ain't got no salt and stuff more. You didn't stop. Wendy, what you laughing at? It's a free meal, Wendy. Y'all, you hear what I'm saying? These people going in a hole, having these, and then the very people who they invite to the reception is sitting there critiquing, criticizing, talking about them, and eating, and they come with a card. The card got minimum amount in it, if it's any, and they don't bring no gift. Let me tell you something. If I invite you to anything that got to do with me, you gonna pay to be there, or you ain't welcome. And when I did my 55, said, oh, is there a payment plan? No, there ain't no payment plan. You don't go to McDonald's talking about, do I have a payment plan? No, no payment plans. You have until you're invited, but you have until to give me the amount I'm requesting, so I will pay for your ticket, because I ain't gonna trust you to pay them directly. You ain't gonna do it. I didn't, and the one time I let the church that I was pastoring throw me a birthday banquet, I was so embarrassed. The women that went and got their gowns and gloves and updos and everything, and on the day of the event, they hadn't even paid for the ticket in full. So you come into an event, you all dressed. Listen, that event put the church, because the church was throwing the event, in the hole by almost $8,000. And they looking to me because the money that I had received personally, they was looking for me. Y'all threw it. I didn't ask y'all for no banquet. I didn't ask you for this. And all the people that was dressed up and taking all the wonderful pictures were the people who hadn't paid then. Yeah, they had the gloves on. I don't know that thing. They had gloves on. They had the long gloves. Yeah, they had the gloves on. So then, okay, I'm outside. This was at the Russo's on the Bay. I'm standing in the lobby greeting people as they're leaving, and I overhear the conversation with the valet persons. And they were saying, this is unbelievable. They all dressed up and everything, and they church people, and they won't even tip us. I was embarrassed. So I went in my pocket, and among the little, it wasn't no little money, but the money that I had received personally, and I found $500, put together $500. I put together $500 and said to the supervisor of that group of individuals, I said, can you split this among all of these individuals? I appreciate what you've done for me and my party. But let me tell you something. I couldn't wait to get to that church on Sunday. That party did not go the way they thought it was going to go. I let them have it. If you know me, there's one thing I don't want to ever be. Don't embarrass me. I was embarrassed. Embarrassed. My members, my party, my group, all dressed up. They ain't paid for the tickets, but they in there with their wonderful selves, all dressed up. Tuxedos and updos and nails galore. That was the last church banquet, the last banquet I let the church be responsible as an organization to throw on for me. And after that, I made it clear. Let me tell you, I'll tell y'all what we're going to do for my birthday and how we're going to do it. And if there's a cost, like some years I just wanted to do dinner with my church members. All right, this is what we're going to do, but this is how much it costs. And see, I take into consideration the gratuity and everything else, what it's going to cost. And if I had a band or whatever, all that, because you're paying for the experience and access. You're paying for the access and the experience. And listen, and strict instructions. If they're not on this list, they cannot come in. I don't care how they dressed up. And if they show up and their name is on the list as one who hadn't paid in full, they must pay in full in cash. That's what I'm talking about. The church just wants your money. I'm leaving the church. Bye. You old thief. You a thief. We ain't lost nothing. We lost a thief. You leaving because you know what I'm saying? See, and people bring that old mentality, street mentality, community, they're looking for the hookup. Ain't no hookup here. Jesus fed the 5,000, not Andre Cook. If you want to sit down and eat with me, this is what they call it, Dutch. And I ain't sitting at the table waiting till the end of the night when the bill is paid. Then we sitting there looking all crazy, trying to disperse who gonna cash up this to who and who gonna what that other thing they do, Zelle this one or It's even agreed among my friends and listen. It's when I go out with a group of people, even sometimes with my staff, it is understood that one person is paying for everybody. Yeah, my son, he and I was just fighting the other day in Cracker Barrel. We give we meaning, yeah, you understand? I didn't realize he was going to try to pay the bill, but he told the lady right there the way get and give me the bill. I said, I'm the father. He don't pay no bills, and she was startled, and so I reached up and grabbed the check that was in her hand. Turned out it was a wrong table's check. She didn't give him the right check. And so it was just the two of us. So I reached in my bag, I reached in my pocket, and I gave her a $20 tip. Said, thank you. I said, but the next time you see us in here together, you give me, the father, the bill. I'm telling the truth. Am I telling the truth? Yeah, Jesus fed the 5,000, not me. Mm-mm. Now we're gonna put together some resources and we're gonna feed the hungry. But I don't have it like Jesus had it. You ain't sitting down at no birthday party with me, no reception, no nothing, and you ain't paid in advance. And you say all you want is what the church people get on my. Well, I be a church people that's not going to be taken advantage like any other person who got some sense. You take your hungry self somewhere else, but you ain't gonna be standing at my event with your hungry face all dressed. Because here's the issue with it. Oh, hungry face. The hungry face is all made up, done. Lashes out till tomorrow. Nails that meet next month. Face beat. Hair on fleek. You need to take the hair off and eat that, yeah, with your hungry self. Because the ticket or the plate was probably cheaper than all of the accessories you got on. The accessories cost you more than the plate. So you should have cleaned something you should have cleaned something you already got versus I got to get me an outfit. For what? You need an outfit for and you ain't paid for the access. Don't put me in that predicament because you be standing out there with your wonderful self and your hungry self. Because by the time you get there, you're gonna be hungry. But I'll tell you what, you won't be slopping down that salmon or that chicken or whatever we got on the menu. It won't be going down your esophagus. You're gonna be burping. You're gonna be so hungry, you're gonna be burping, and you're gonna be doing it outside the room. They heard me. I meant what I said, and I ain't taking it back. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't usually go here on a lunch and learn. I get off of here. I'm getting off of here. Y'all got me in a personal space. But I meant what I say. I mean what I say. I mean what I say. And y'all need to stand up for right. Some fights are worth having and choose the fights that you're going to win. You might not win the conflict, but you will have won the battle. Rather, you will have won the war with yourself. And what I mean by that is, and understand what I'm saying. There are fights worth having. You choose to fight the fight that you, not even the relationship or the friendship wins, that you win. Every now and then I have conflicts with certain people around me and they don't like my abrupt response to them. But at that moment, what I'm doing is I'm reminding them of my boundaries and the respect for my space, respect for my time, my effort, my contribution. Food for thought. So they may not like me, may not speak to me, may curse me out, may walk out because the church folk curse. Church folk curse. I don't know where y'all be they're talking about. Now, they shouldn't be that great use of profanity, but I didn't met so many church people that cursed. So they talk in various tongues, and one of them is profanity. And so you have to choose to fight the battles that when the noise is over, the smoke is clear, you have won, and you are at peace with your decision. I shouldn't be this transparent today. What y'all do to me? Y'all got me. I'm talking out my. Hold on, y'all. I'm thirsty too. You know, I'm sitting here so close to the refrigerator. Want some water? I drink that instead. Yeah. Nice. Martin, what you talking about? Yeah, them lashes. Listen, them lashes be so long, they're already in tomorrow. What? Renee, what? You ain't. What I do to you that you don't come see me no more and everything? Y'all just treat me so bad over there. What I do? Come on, Asia. Them and them nails is so long they already in the next month. I'm telling you something. Y'all fool. Nichelle, you know I'm talking right. You can't make this stuff up. And they don't want us to talk about it because they don't want to be exposed. Like I have a friend always want to argue, but what they be arguing that see the argument the argument be about their attempt to deflect from the truth that I'm highlighting. You don't just get to get in my car any old kind of way. This is my car. I pay the bill to this car. We don't pay the bill. I pay the bill. So if I don't want you eating in my car, you don't eat in my car. You don't even eat on my car. This is one example. And I say, why are you eating in my car? I just don't eat in my car. You always, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with me is you have disregarded my wishes for no one to eat in my car. Even insects don't eat in my car because ain't no food in here for them to eat. And you know why? Because I don't allow food and crumbs to fall on the floor for them to eat. Latoya, come on, Westbury. Westbury. See, that's why y'all my peeps. We think alike. I ain't never gone to no concert that was free. What? I'm hollering. What you hollering for? What happened? Tell me what happened. I'm getting off of here in a minute. Yep. Walker don't get in trouble. I'm just saying. It must be the heat. The truth be told, it is. Hello, Michelle. Hey, Sheila, what's up? How are you? Miracles and blessings. We're in the comedian segment of this right now. We carrying on here. All right. Who else is on here? Oh, Lord, I got pastors on here. I got to get out of here. My friend Pastor Ferretin came in, and then Apostle Martha Melvin. I got to get off here. I'm carrying on. I'm going to get on for here. Samantha, I remember it in various tongues. You know they talking in various tongues. No, Tanya, I can't. You're going to get me in trouble. They're not going to come back on next week. Mm-hmm. I know. So where my juice? Where my car 54? Where my juice be? You started me on the juicing. What up? Always been. It's been part of my problem. It ain't no, let me tell you something. Let me correct myself because words are powerful and language is important. It is not a problem to be straightforward. You want to be in my circle, then you need to grow an appreciation for my straightforwardness. Yep, Rochelle, happy Friday to you. Pastor, I'm carrying on over here. All right, I'm gonna hold you to it. I miss you, you know. And the car queen, she fell out. She don't talk to me no more either. What I do to y'all? What I do? What other king? Stop it, Pansy. Stop it. Please don't eat it. Absolutely. Say it again. Put it in all caps. Put it in all caps. You get to eat in my car, especially I don't eat in my car. Get out of here with that. Don't forget, did you cash at me? You are just request $25. I'm treating you to lunch. And Nyoka, have you done so? Come on, Marie. And Marie, I saw your text this morning. Thank you for that latter piece of advice. I appreciate it. I don't always get a chance to give back. I dozed off last night. Thursdays are my day where I kind of crash. Yeah. Yeah, let's have this conversation. And people show up at your events and stuff and then expect you to pay for them. And then they're going to be mad with you anyway. They're going to tell you, nah, get on out of here. We might as well fall out now. Thank you. I appreciate you, Marilyn. I do. What are you talking about, Pastor? You have to say happy Friday. What? Not Friday. Rochelle, go on somewhere with that. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. I'm glad. But I miss y'all. I do. I do. Live in faith. Now, your pastor is one of my quiet sons, but he's been one of my most faithful sons. And all of y'all, you know, and so what Sister Rose saying, thank you for making that. Yeah, you at work, you better stop laughing at work. All right, let me see who else. I'm enjoying y'all today. Y'all talking about me, I'm enjoying y'all. So y'all know JT's not running the back because see, he wouldn't even be letting me carry on like this. He didn't put something up. It gave me an indicator it's time to come off or start playing some music or something. All right. Who else? Let me see what else y'all saying. Who else? Yeah, I hear what them. Okay. Barbara Robertson. Yes, Barbara, I am, and I know it. I can feel it, and I'm trying. You know, every now and then you have to have these full conversations, vent this full conversation. Seriously, yo, what's up? But you know, people be strong. Let me tell you something. People be strong and wrong. They are as strong as coffee without sweetener or milk. Wrong, strong, wrong. I don't know what you're trying to say, Rochelle. You said say fry yay and not day. Is that a new? I don't. Rochelle. Happy Fried Day. That's how I say it. I like it that way. So you say fry yay. Oh, you won't. You go on somewhere with that now. I don't know. Oh, the passport. I don't know. Rochelle, nope, there's no reservation, no need to register. You can just show up. We're encouraging social distancing, masks to be worn, and sanitizer. And we're using the grand ballroom, so it seats theater style 1,000. We're expecting anywhere from 3 to 4, maybe 500 people. Yeah, it usually be our usual number, but we don't know. But we're using the larger space so everybody can feel comfortable. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Today. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I know when I be hitting it hard, I say smile and give your face a break. Maybe it's that. I don't know. It's negative. It's just I try to drink healthy, water and fruit juices. I learned that some of the issues I was having, All fruit isn't good fruit to drink. It's natural sugar. So I was having some issues with my sugar level. It was the fruit. I was drinking the wrong fruit. So berries are best. All right. So I'm going to let y'all. I won't be able to make it Sunday. At the church still. All right. Well, you're still a member. I'm still your pastor. I miss you. And you come on back here and you get back here. And I'm looking forward to the in-person fellowship. All right. Yeah. Okay. So now for those that would desire, and I again, I told you I want you to sow your seed today. But remember, I'm just $1,000 shy of our month of September's obligation for the Prophet's Chambers. So if you're desirous and you're willing, would you be kind enough, there you have it scrolling on the bottom of the screen, how you can sow that unusual seed of $21.21 or $42.42, or the unusual seed of $58 or more. Someone has been very generous and very kind, and I don't want to put them on blast, but someone has all but saw to it that we're going to be in the overflow. I appreciate you so much. I tell you, when people are just, it's amazing. It's amazing. It really is. So thank you. All right. So there you have it. Hey, I held y'all longer. I'm usually here just an hour. It's an hour and 23 minutes, and I came on late. It's just been one of those long days, but I still have my Bible, and it's still marked to where we're talking. And next Wednesday, I'm going to pick it up. We're still talking about miracles. So there you have it, rolling on the bottom of your screen. So I hope to see y'all on Sunday in the place called there. Remember, no service at the Life Chapel, Hollis, or Newburgh, New York. Will be at 243 Tressa Boulevard, Stamford, Connecticut. It is the Marriott Hotel and Spa. Grand Ballroom. All right. Meet me in the place called there. All right. Thank you, Nyoka. I appreciate it. All right. Let's see who else. Okay. Any others? Yeah. All right. Thank you, Barbara. Much love to you. Anna, come on. Will you stick your head in on Anna on Sunday? You welcome Wednesday. Y'all got me cutting the fool today. Cutting up. You got me cutting up. All right. And I hope I'll see you soon. All right. Hey, if it's not on your mind, it's not in your future. Elevate your mind, your feet will follow. You cannot live a positive life with a negative mind. Make your smile your style. Somebody's watching you that can greatly bless you. Your smile is a divine principle and law of attraction. Your frown repels. And so with that, I say, something good is getting ready to happen to you, because something good is getting ready to come out of this. And that is our corporate, but yet our individual prophetic word. It is so. Anna, will you be able to come on Sunday? If so, please let someone know that you are Anna. Oh, this is Anna. This is Anna, you're Princess. This is Princess, right? Princess? We call you Princess. You and Mom should have been coming to church. Yeah, you should have been. I can't. Yes, I can't. Yes, okay. So you can't make Stanford, but this is Princess. Yeah. So Princess, hey, the doors are still open. We're not having, the doors are open. So if you guys want to come, boom. There's an honor system, and we have been fortunate that those who've been in attendance have been very honorable. I myself have been receiving a weekly, and it's all to make, I know some people, they go over spiritualize it, but in this climate, you need to use wisdom. And then as we're open as a facility, we need to make those who are attending as comfortable as possible. And so on a weekly basis, I've been taking a COVID tests, both the rapid and the PCR. And I've maintained the documentation. So if there's a question, I've got proof that, I've been testing negative, as well as recently this week, early part of the week, I took my first shot. Here's what it is. Doing what I got to do. I was scheduled to go preach in Africa. I think I was supposed to take about 15 shots. I remember as a child being vaccinated, smallpox, mumps, various things. So, what's another vaccine? So, yeah. So, I don't know about you, Vengeance J-Bond, but it left me feeling. They say, but yeah, I was sore. I just day number 2, I was sore. It's one of the reasons I just didn't feel like leaving the house. Pamela, I pray for you that wherever the need is for your miracle, that God does it for you in Jesus' name. All right, y'all. Hey, there you have it. All right, Nyoka and Passmore, I'm waiting for your request. I want to bless you. Lunch is on me. Hey, y'all. Don't want to go. I've been enjoying our time, but I'm going to let you go. And I'll see you in the very near future. Bless you all.